Okay, let's just jump right in. Welcome to this explainer, where we're going to break down exactly how you can reclaim hours, and I mean literally hours of your life from that never ending teacher to do list. Look, if you're an educator, you already know time is your absolute number one resource. And frankly, there just never seems to be enough of it. Between planning lessons, grading mountains of assignments, and managing your actual classroom, it's incredibly easy to feel completely overwhelmed. But today, we're going to fundamentally change that dynamic. So today, we are explicitly highlighting 15 distinct AI tools that are going to save you so much manual labor across your entire teaching workflow. We're talking about tackling prep time, in-class time, and yeah, all those exhausting post-class admin tasks. And don't worry, we're not just throwing random tech at you and wishing you luck. We're going to examine exactly what each tool does well and who it's actually for. It's time to stop losing your weekends and start working a whole lot smarter. But first, we need a massive mindset shift to make this work. One of our sources perfectly described their AI as a C+ level assistant. And that right there, that's the secret. You aren't replacing yourself. You are simply delegating all the grunt work to a virtual assistant so you can focus on the A-level stuff, the actual human connections with your students. You really don't need A+ level work for every single routine email or baseline lesson draft, right? Having an assistant just bust out that solid C+ or B level work in seconds completely frees up your energy for what actually matters. To make this super actionable, we've organized these 15 tools into the natural phases of your day. Think of this as your roadmap to solving your biggest time drain problems. 1. Prepping and planning lessons. 2. Differentiating for every student. 3. In-class interactive teaching. 4. Grading feedback and admin. And finally, number 5, reclaiming your personal time. All right, phase 1, prepping and planning lessons. Let's start with the most time-consuming phase of all, way before the bell even rings. We all know the exact scenario every single teacher dreads. The sheer exhaustion of writing emergency subplans from scratch while you're in bed battling a 104-degree fever. It's the worst. Well, instead of dragging out your laptop and typing, just grab your phone. Using the voice-to-text feature, just speak your instructions. You can literally just say, hey, I'm working on chapter 5 of the book Hatchet. I need a close reading activity, a fun end activity, a bell ringer, and an exit ticket. Boom. Within seconds, your AI assistant generates a comprehensive plan. You just copy it, send it off, and your sub doesn't even have to teach anything new. Go back to sleep. For rapid lesson prep, you actually have a really powerful stack of tools at your disposal. First up, ChatGPT is your base layer. It's incredibly flexible for drafting lessons, but it is absolutely amazing for aligning with core curriculum standards. Just run your dream lesson plan through it to make sure you aren't missing any state requirements. Next, EdCafe. This one is fantastic because it's built explicitly for educators. Instead of staring at a blank prompt box, it builds baseline materials like editable slide decks and quizzes from scratch for you. Now, if design isn't really your strong suit, Canva and SlidesGo will instantly generate professional, visually appealing slide layouts. And finally, for those moments when you need a highly polished, standalone presentation where the design itself really matters, Gamma will build a fully structured presentation with visual layouts, icons, and color themes in literally just a few clicks. Now, what if you already have existing materials? Google's Notebook LM is your go-to, and it solves a very specific problem. It only knows what is in the documents you upload, so no hallucinating random facts from the internet. It's super simple. Step 1, upload your dense textbook chapters or PDFs. Step 2, click to generate an audio overview. This is crazy. It instantly creates a podcast-style conversation between two AI voices summarizing your document. Then step 3, you just share this with your students. It is an incredibly accessible resource, especially for your on-the-go or audio-focused learners. Moving right along to phase 2, differentiating for every student. Let's see how AI can instantly tailor your content to the incredibly varied reading levels in your classroom. So if you have mixed ability classrooms, and let's be real, who doesn't, you're probably spending hours manually simplifying or advancing texts. Well, this tool right here is a total lifesaver. It's called Diffit. It lets you paste a URL from an article or even a YouTube video and instantly drop the reading level down to, say, a 4th grade level. And it does this automatically while also generating vocabulary highlights, a short summary, and comprehension questions. You can generate multiple differentiated versions of the exact same content in a matter of seconds. It's wild. Also, if you need highly targeted differentiation and structure, Magic School AI provides over 80 specialized, purpose-built tools that already have the correct educational structures baked right in. It handles everything,
From generating custom individualized education programs, your IEP goals, to building Socratic seminar structures. It even creates detailed rubrics in a really clean table format. You just type in the assignment and the criteria, and the AI does the heavy lifting. That means guaranteed grading consistency and total transparency for your students before they even start their work.
Phase 3, in-class interactive teaching. Now that your lesson is completely prepped and perfectly differentiated, let's talk about the actual delivery of the material during class time. Okay, ClassPoint is the ultimate delivery tool. And what makes it so brilliant is that it sits right inside PowerPoint as a free add-in. You don't have to bounce out to a separate website. It literally turns your static slides into a live interactive experience. You can run polls, word clouds, short answer questions, all to check student understanding on the fly. The AI can even generate quiz questions based directly on the text already written on your slides. And the best part? The kids just join with a class code on whatever browser they're using. No separate app downloads required. It tells you in real time if they are actually picking up the new information. Phase 4, grading, feedback, and admin. Okay, so the teaching is done, but as we all know too well, the day is definitely not over. Let's tackle that overwhelming mountain of grading, feedback, and admin tasks. To rapid fire through your admin workflow, you need a highly specialized toolkit. First, use Bresk. It's an amazing Chrome extension. Instead of you opening yet another tab, the AI comes to you directly inside Google Docs. It reads a student's essay and generates inline feedback comments for you to review before the student ever even sees them. For heavy grading, Gradescope handles mass multiple choice and short answers like a champ. Meanwhile, Turnitin provides AI-assisted grading for those really complex essay responses. Then, when you inevitably need to draft a flawless parent email and you want to ensure you weren't coming across too rushed or too harsh, Grammarly is your real-time writing assistant. Finally, rely on Remind and Reclaim as your scheduling assistants. They automate student messages and organize your calendar so you can just set it and forget it. Across all these admin tasks, I really want to share an insider secret our sources highlighted as an absolute cheat code: using your phone's voice-to-text feature. Instead of typing, you dictate. For instance, if you have a really strict character limit for your grading software, just dictate your general feedback into ChatGPT and tell it, hey, edit this down to 100 characters, or ask it to create a comment bank with specific students' names automatically inserted. Even better, at the end of a long day, instead of relying on chicken scratch notes on a random sticky note that you'll inevitably lose, just dictate a reflection into your phone while you're packing up. Tell your AI what worked in the lesson, what completely failed, and ask it to organize your thoughts for next year. It saves those notes into a neat file folder, instantly improving your future lesson plans without you typing a single word. And that brings us to phase 5, reclaiming your personal time. Because look, the ultimate goal of this explainer isn't just to help you do more work. It's to help you actually set boundaries and practice some much-needed self-care. When you see all 15 tools mapped to their exact use cases right here, the whole workflow just clicks. From ChatGPT handling your base subplans, to Notebook LM giving your students an awesome audio experience, to Brisk injecting feedback right into Google Docs. Now, listen to me. You do not need to learn every single one of these today. Please don't try to. Just find the one specific task that drains the absolute most of your time and start exactly there. It's absolute proof that you don't need to work harder, you just need to work smarter, leveraging your new C+ assistant to clear the path. By leveraging these incredible tools to actually leave work at work, you dramatically reduce the guilt associated with taking time for yourself. Think about it. When you are your best, most rested self, your students get the very best version of you, and everything gets done so much quicker. So we're going to leave you with one final provocative question based on the insights from our sources today. When you implement these tools and finally clear that never-ending to-do list, how will you spend the hours you get back?